Sports Radio 92.9 The Game. It is the Hometown Take live in the Kia Studios with your boy Dylan Matthews. Final full segment here for your boy, but I'll be back tomorrow. Don't even worry about it. Don't even sweat it, cuz. You already know I'm here every day, Monday through Friday. Make sure you follow the radio station at 929 The Game. Follow myself at _Dylan Matthews. And it's one of the most wonderful times of the year, and I am so piped up and amped up for the NBA playoffs. And I wish I could be as piped up as I possibly could be. There's still a little bit more there to be desired. There's still another gear I could tap into when it comes to how hype I am for the NBA playoffs. Because deep down in my gut of guts, and in my heart of hearts, I know it's probably going to be a quick exit for the Atlanta Hawks. I am confident that they will make it out of the play-in tournament for a second straight year. But I am also pretty confident that it's going to be another year of not making it out of the first round, unfortunately, for the Hawks. And it's really frustrating, and it's really sad, honestly, because they have so much talent. Added a big piece this offseason in DeJounte Murray, and it's been the same result so far. You're 41-41. You are in the play-in tournament. You're at a slightly better seed than you were last year. So you added DeJounte Murray, and you went up one seeding. Last year, you were the 9. This year, you're the 8. Woohoo! Big whoop-de-doo. Wasn't the expectation coming into this year. You were supposed to avoid the play-in altogether, possibly be a top 4 seed. And we're supposed to be talking about the Hawks hosting a first-round playoff series. Instead, we're talking about if the Hawks can get out of the play-in. So that's what we'll do. We'll preview if the Atlanta Hawks can beat the Miami Heat in this 7-8 game. Again, coming up tomorrow, right here on Sports Radio 92.9 The Game. You can listen to the game. Pre-game at 7. Kick, 7:30. I said kick. Tip at 7:30. We're not playing soccer. We're playing basketball. But as far as what the Hawks need to do, in my opinion, to take down the Miami Heat in Miami, something they haven't done in what seems like forever. Didn't do it this year. Didn't do it last year in the playoffs. So, first things first. Ball movement is going to be key for me. You have to move the ball against the Heat. Their defense is too good to go ISO ball. We have to keep that defense on their toes. You have to make that defense rotate. You have to make that defense move. If you don't, you're going to be in trouble. So I do not want to see too much of Trae Young or DeJounte Murray dribbling the air out of the ball and trying to make something happen on the ISO. Now, if you want to run the pick and roll and get the ball moving started that way, little dribble drive action, I'm okay with that. But I need some sort of movement. And the last couple of games I've seen, the ball movement has been better. So we need to keep that same energy. The ball has to be moving. That ball has to be energetic. The ball has to be jumping from hand to hand until we get the best shot. And obviously we got to knock shots now, and that's self-explanatory. Defensively, got to lock up Jimmy. But we also have to be aware that this Miami Heat team has a lot of knockdown shooters. Max Strus, Tyler Hero, Gabe Vincent. They got some shooters on this team, man. They got some three-point snipers. So, got to be smart with your closeouts. Make sure you break down like they teach you in basketball one-on-one where you're closing out to the shooters. Shuffle them feet a little bit. Don't get off balance, but shuffle them feet. Close out to the shooters. Smart. Because you don't want to over close out. You don't want to close out too hard. And they drive right past you. You don't want to do a reckless closeout. If they do shoot, you foul them. Don't give them the landing space that they need. And that's 3 free throws right there. So while you do have to shut down Jimmy, I'm looking at DeAndre Hunter and DeJounte Murray to do that. I wonder about this. I wonder if we put DeJounte Murray on Jimmy Butler. I wonder how that matchup would look. That thought just popped in my head. I would be intrigued to see the DeJounte Murray, Jimmy Butler matchup. Because the only thing that worries me about DeJounte Murray guarding Jimmy Butler, Jimmy's a little bit more well-built, a little bit more muscular than DeJounte Murray. DeJounte is a great defender. I think he would be able to hold his own. But the only thing that scares me is if Jimmy would try to back DeJounte down, Jimmy would throw that weight around on him a little bit. DeAndre Hunter is obviously a little bit more muscular than DeJounte Murray. Close to the same build as Jimmy Butler. So I wonder if that's something we see. And then maybe you put DeJounte on Tyler Hero, try to lock him down a little bit as well. So I'm interested to see how they match up against the Heat. Will it be DeJounte Murray on Jimmy? Will it be DeAndre Hunter on Jimmy? If I had to guess, probably still DeAndre Hunter as it has been. But if DeAndre Hunter does start to struggle against Jimmy Butler, would Quinn Snyder, would that Atlanta Hawks team make the adjustment of putting DeJounte Murray on Jimmy Butler? I'm curious about that. But again, defensively, you want to shut down Jimmy, but you also have to be mindful of the shooters because they have a lot of them. So it's going to be interesting on Tuesday, to say the least. I'm hoping the Hawks can get a win. Let me know if you think the Hawks can pull it off. I think they can. One game in Miami. It's not a series. You just got to find that dog in you. You have to just find something deep within you and get that out. Gut out a win in Miami. I think they can do it for one game. Maybe that's the optimist in me talking. But I think the Hawks can pull this off. Will they? We'll find out tomorrow night. But I do think they have a good chance. If everybody's on their P's and Q's, we're as healthy as we can be. We're going to have our full starting lineup, full bench, from what I know. Everybody got rested on Sunday. Excuse me. Besides DeAndre Hunter, he played a little bit on Sunday. But everybody else got a nice little rest. They got to be ready. You got plenty of film to watch against Miami. Quinn Snyder can come up with a good game plan. And hopefully they can figure this thing out and become the 7th seed. So we'll see what happens. Again, you can tweet at me at _Dylan Matthews and let me know what your thoughts are on this Heat Hawks 7-8 playing game. But when we come back, we're going to talk to the morning shift. Rob Tribble filling in for Tiffany Blackman. Bo Morgan, Mike Johnson here as well. We'll see what they had going on this weekend. I know Mike and Bo were grilling out a little bit. We'll see what Rob Tribble got into. And we'll see what they got coming up on the show today. Because it is a wonderful Monday morning right here on Sports Radio 92.9 The Game. We'll close out the hometown take and we'll cross it over and hand things off to the morning shift in about 5 minutes. When we come back, we'll talk to the morning shift, see what they got up for today. Right here on Sports Radio 92.9 The Game and the Odyssey app.